for Sparty?
Probably depends on the alcohol levels from the past couple of weeks with Sparley. I mean, if the alcohol levels are high, he's probably going to do really well. So, I mean, low alcohol levels in Sparty normally doesn't work out. It's kind of like a bad combination. But the thing about Sparty is if you meet him and get to hang out with him, you'll know that this guy is just his personality and what he does is just random and fun. And that's kind of how he likes to not play the game, but he thrives off the moments which are do or die, where he's literally one railgun and I've won a situation I shouldn't have won, one missed railgun and I'm dead. And he takes those fights, he's been taking those fights quite a lot, but the thing is they're risky. You don't see players like Sturmy do those, and he says for a reason. I mean, Sturmy even quoted, he said, I strafe rail because it's like, you know, it's more stable. Flick rails,
Right.
Never know when you're going to miss. But Sparty's the opposite. Honestly, he's improved a lot. He had a slump, but at the same time, he could easily make a top four. He's capable of a top four. I don't know if he's capable of winning from his past kind of performance, but we'll have to see.
Okay.
You know, I kind of expect Sparty to. I mean, I know he's been practicing as much, but I don't think he has been probably putting in the amount of time as some of the other European players are. So I mean, you know, if Cypher, Cooler, and Avec are all on their games, you know, and Destruct and DreamHack have been practicing, you know, every single night for the past month or so. You know, if they're all on, it's going to be really hard for him to get to that, you know, that top four, top three finish. So.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think you're right. Go on.
No, I was just gonna. I was asking because there's also a few other players. Huh?
I said speak American.
No, because there are a few other players too. They're just lingering around. They're in the middle of the pack. Maddox is new to the scene. You know, he got top 8 last time. We have Chance, who, you know, had a decent Quake 4 results near the end. Hasn't had that same type of success in Quake Live, and he goes to another tournament to see what he can do. So, what do you think about the rest of this field? Link Q could be pretty good.
Yeah.
Chassis is all the way here from South Africa.
Cool. Lincoln's awesome, but the thing is, he's still just going to be like, okay, I am one of the best TDM and CTF players, and I want to be good at duel. But it's going to take him. We're gonna have to find out in 6 months if he's really going to kind of stay true to that, you know, mentality. But he's always going to just give us all these crazy fights where you think he's out of it, and then he just comes up with a huge rocket shot. We've got Destructed on the server, by the way. He's off to the restroom, apparently, wherever that is. And so he'll be back in about 20 minutes after queuing behind 60 Swedish people. But it's like, yeah, whatever I was saying before, just nod and smile and think you agree. And I can't remember who was I even talking about. I got distracted by a restroom comment. I'm on the server.
You were talking about Lincoln for a while.
Yeah, Lincoln can be like massive, like seriously. And the funny thing about Lincoln is that he doesn't pull out the railgun like a lot of players do in these like weird situations. He goes for a lot of rocket fights, and he's freaking awesome with rockets. Like, you just can't count out the fact that when you think you've pushed him into a corner, all of a sudden he's going to jump over your head and rocket you in the air. And he does stupid shit like that, and it's really frustrating. So he's dangerous to these players because of his aim and his combat skills, but his dueling is going to be faster to some of the top players. So he's going to struggle unless he can really surprise everybody with just awesome aiming.
Right, and I think that sort of unexpected edge is something that will really work for him, but I do kind of agree that, I mean, compared to, I haven't really seen him play against, you know, like the likes of Cooler or Cypher or, you know, some of the top guys with any sort of regularity. So, I don't know. But of course, my exposure to him is it's everything that I see on ESL TV, so thank you for that.
Time problem. Yeah, no, it's, yeah, I mean, we try and get a lot of the European coverage coverage, and always happy to see quite live TV doing stuff too. I do check out your King of the Hills. But another person that is to mention is really Destruct as well, because I think Destruct had this kind of burst of improvement when he was over in America, and he has got this like strong practice partners, I'm sure. And I think he's probably, I know DreamHack, everyone's like, oh, DreamHack's like the one to worry about. I honestly think that Destruct could really come and mess some stuff up over here for some of the European players, because he just seems like Quake free, like the Quake free and the Quake Live, which is the same, is kind of his game for dueling. I think I remember playing in Quake 4, but I don't really remember it, so I'm not sure who was acting. But I think that he's really going to upset some of.
Do you remember the infamous Destruct Forever WPG Kentucky incident? It was basically Destruct behind snipers and railing.
Okay.
Destruct is back, and so yeah, let's do a little cycle.
I just warmed up.
Yeah. Ready to kick ass? Too good?
Yeah, I'm back.
Feeling ready? Feeling good with your 60 ping?
60 ping.
60 ping versus LAN, no problem, right?
Yeah. I mean, I normally have more, just to keep it fair, but it's cool. This game as well, I think, is going to be a huge test for both these players, because Destruct is like the stable, smart player, and he can force a lot of good angles out of his LG. The one thing, like when he pushes, he normally doesn't give up until he's got the frag, but that's because when he pushes, he knows that he should be getting the frag.
Right.
At the same time, Fazz is really creative. You're going to see a lot of crazy rocket jumps from him. I know he's been working on them, and Fazz has like a different game in practice than he does in tournament, and sometimes that hurts him because in practice he can be super creative and annoying, and sometimes it may work because his opponent is like, well, it's practice, and I have to be on my toes. But when he comes to tournament play, sometimes he doesn't put in all the kind of craziness that he wants to. He kind of dumbs it down a bit, and sometimes that hurts him. Sometimes it works the other way as well, where the crazy stuff he does actually gets him killed, because in tournament games, people are really aware of every single thing that could happen to him, so they kind of expect that. And Fazz has already dropped a game to Garpy in the Inter Extreme Masters qualification round, which means he might not even come out of the group. So DKT being strong, it's kind of like Fazz is going up against a wall, and Fazz needs to triple jump, like off these crazy angles, like basically just like a monkey to get over it. Otherwise, he's got problems, because otherwise Destruct will probably just shut him down. And I think a lot of people expect Fazz to take this, but I think it's going to be really close. I think Destruct could definitely take this one.
Okay, as far as drops go, we got ZTN and DM13 have been dropped.
DM13 by Destruct and ZTN by Fazz.
Yeah.
Hey, I agree. Did you happen to put the respawn timers on?
Dude, these are public servers, so respawn timers will not show up. So we got to do it the old-fashioned way, man.
Oh,
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can we all get our timers counting up or down then?
Well, I count. My clock is always up. So.
Okay. Cool. Same. I don't know what mine is. I'm just gonna go with mine's up too.
Yeah. All right. So Fazz picks T9, and we're waiting on Destruct's pick, and then I think we're gonna get this thing rolling. And yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah, T9's a really great map for Fazz. The weird thing is Fazz is a complete abuser though, and he's worked out T9 well, that when he kills somebody by LG, he goes through the teleport twice to come back out at LG and forcing the respawn there, and then gets another LG kill. It's ridiculously frustrating and annoying to play against from first-hand experience. So,
well, and let me just say that will probably piss off Destruct if it happens with any sort of frequency, and Destruct, he's not immovable in his head. Like, you can get into his head. We're going over to T9. And so I wonder if that will become a factor.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm just laughing because Fazz is asking how far away was the restroom.
Yeah.
Okay.